Things have quickly changed for the Chicago Bears. Yes, they go from owning the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft to now sitting at number 9 after I really love the trade, to be honest with you, from with the Panthers, because I really feel like, yes, they went back all the way to 9, but they got DJ Moore, all those picks. And plus they're like right in line still to get the best defensive player possible because, obviously the top 5 picks are probably going to be quarterbacks or pretty close to it. Yes, you got the Cardinals, but at the end of the day, they look fantastic right now. And they had an even better free agency period because we all knew this was one of those things where they needed talent, they needed guys to bring in, especially on the defensive side of the football, and they did that. And we're here to recap it today, but first, it's just business. So, just a recap. And if you're going to sit here and tell me that you weren't thinking of Monsters vs. Aliens, you're lying to yourself, because every time I think of anyone saying a recap, I always think of that. So, here we go today, talking about what the Bears did. Probably missed a couple of moves, and if I did, I apologize. Let me know in the comment section. But starting out with, so right now the Bears have just over $38 million in cap space. Nice. They could do really whatever they wanted to. I would say, about $6 to $10 million is all they should need to sign some free agents. So if they do see a guy they want to go after him, maybe on a 1-year contract or something, they still got that cap space. And I mean, even if Justin Fields was eligible today for a contract extension, they could do it, work it a little bit. But right now, I don't think they're going to do that. Obviously, he's still not eligible, but they've got some room. They look really, really good right now. So yes, talk about the new Bears edition. DJ Moore, yes, in the trade with the Panthers, we talked about a little bit before. Obviously last year, 63 catches, 888 yards, and 7 touchdowns. I mean, he put up those numbers with like PJ Walker and Sam Darnold. So imagine what he can do with Justin Fields, who has a better offensive line and a better defense. So I definitely think that DJ Moore is an absolute stud. And I mean, Velus Jones Jr. and Darnell Mooney too. That wide receiver room is looking nay, like just nasty, absolutely. And then linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, they brought him in from the Bills, who signed a 4-year, $72 million contract. Last year for Buffalo, he had 102 tackles, a sack, and a 79.0 PFF grade. Like, for real, the Bears needed some linebacker help, especially after the Roquan Smith trade. So kind of one of those things where he was definitely really young, definitely going to be a little expensive, but I mean, they had the money to spend, and they brought in a quality linebacker. They also brought in linebacker TJ Edwards from the Eagles, who signed a 3-year, $19.5 million deal. Fantastic contract for a guy that had 159 tackles last year and a couple of sacks and an 84.8 PFF grade. I really like this signing. You're getting a steal here for a guy that, quite honestly, good linebackers in the NFL. You saw what they went for with Tremaine Edmonds. I mean, $18 million a year. You get this guy more at like 6.5, 7. You love it. You absolutely love it. Also, Nate Davis finally getting some offensive line help for Justin Fields after they got him some wide receiver help. So got him from the Titans on a 3-year, $30 million deal. Last year for Tennessee, he played 682 snaps. Allowed 4 penalties, had 4 penalties, and had allowed 3 sacks and a 70.6 PFF grade. I really think he's going to be a huge missing piece on the inside there for the Bears, and I'm really excited about it. Also, DeMarcus Walker, coming over from the Titans, he signed a 3-year deal worth $21 million with the Bears. Last year, he had 32 tackles, 7 sacks, and a 72.8 PFF grade. I love what he does in the pass game. Like, he does good enough in the run game to be able to keep him on the field, but his pass game, especially his pass rush, the bull rush, the handy usage, he's absolutely fantastic. He's going to provide a lot of value for the Bears. Travis Homer, pointing his shot, definitely coming over from the Seahawks on a 2-year, $4 million deal. Last year, he had 231 all-purpose yards for the Seahawks. I mean, let's be real. I mean, Walker had a tremendous first year. Kenneth Walker Jr., that is, had his tremendous rookie year coming in. So clearly, guys like Travis Homer weren't going to get the time of day, which you totally get it. But him coming over from the Bears, or for the Bears, I think he's going to be a fantastic second-string running back, a guy that can come in, pass block, catch passes out of the backfield, and really provide that spark off the bench. He's going to be a fantastic piece there, and you only got him at $2 million a year. Quarterback PJ Walker coming in from the Panthers on a 2-year, $4.15 million deal. I really like this signing because, yes, he's a backup quarterback, but he's a guy that, has proven that when he needs to, he can step up and give you a little bit of a spark too. Justin Fields is definitely one of those guys that you look at, you're like, okay, you want a quarterback that's kind of similar to him, and PJ Walker is definitely that dude. Also, defensive tackle Andrew Billings, I really love this signing as well. So he's one of the better run defenders in the entire NFL, like in terms of defensive tackles. But he signed a 1-year, $3.5 million deal with the Bears. Last year for the Raiders, he had a 39 tackles, a sack, as well as a 76.4 PFF grade. As a Raiders fan, I'm a little salty. Like, come on, you couldn't pony up $4 million for this guy who's like one of the better run defenders in the NFL, but I get it. Fine, whatever. But also Robert Tonyan on a 1-year deal, $2.65 million. I mean, bringing him over from the Packers, I love it. I absolutely love it. 53 catches last year, 470 yards and 2 touchdowns. And it's not like, I mean, I swear the Bears always have really good tight ends, but I mean, Robert Tonyan is going to be a really nice fitting piece there for Chicago. And then finally, running back D'Onta Foreman, where he signed a 1-year deal worth $3 million from the Panthers. Last year, 940 all-purpose yards and 5 touchdowns. Really found himself. Like, you got a guy that, instead of spending, $6 million a year for one dude and David Montgomery that obviously went to the Lions, you have 2 running backs for $5 million that you're really confident in that are going to be 2 really good change of pace backs, and you're really happy about it. Now, yes, you did lose David Montgomery to the Lions on a 3-year deal worth $18 million. I mean, last year, having over 1,100 all-purpose yards, it does suck, but at the same time, again, you get a couple of guys in there that can do a lot of different things for you, so you got to be pretty excited about that. Yes, also Nick Morrow as well as Sam Mustipher, they came back. I know we're going to get into those guys in a second. Riley Reiff signed a 1-year deal worth $5 million with the Patriots, so it is what it is there. So who'd you keep? Josh Blackwell, 23 tackles, forced fumble, and 58.0 PFF grade last year. Also, the fullback Kari Blasingame, you kept him on a 2-year, $3.6 million deal, is what it is there. And then finally, Andrew Brown, the defensive end, you keep him. And also, I think you tagged or you kept Sam Mustipher as well as, and kept him around. You're pretty excited about that. But, overall, I think the Bears, they did what you expected. Yes, the big question to me was David Montgomery. Was he going to stick around, or were they going to go ahead and let him walk? And they chose to let him walk, which I get it, because you get 2 running backs who can do essentially the same thing. But also you save a little bit of money. You get some help on the defensive side of the football, 2 quality defensive tackles. You get some linebackers, which you desperately needed, who are at least going to be your starters for at least the next couple of seasons. And then DJ Moore, yeah, absolutely love that. Really rounding out the wide receiver room, and you got to love what the Chicago Bears have done in free agency to really set themselves up for the draft, because it's going to be a lot of fun to see where they go from there. But that's it. That is our 2023 Chicago Bears free agency recap. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover. But let us know what you guys think about our 2023 Chicago Bears free agency recap.